of the Minister of Youth and Sport, the Republic of Turkey, His Excellency Dr. Osman Aşkınbak.
Değerli basın mensuplarımıza teşekkürlerimizi sunuyoruz efendim.
Thank you to the members of the press. Honorable Minister of Youth and Sports of the Republic of Turkey, honorable ministers and heads of departments joining us from around the world, esteemed Governor, honorable President of the Islamic Cooperation Youth Forum, honorable President of the World Union of Municipalities and Mayor of Konya Metropolitan Municipality, honorable members of Parliament joining us from different cities across this beautiful country, distinguished protocol members, esteemed guests, young leaders, esteemed delegations, and respected members of the press. Welcome to the official opening ceremony of Konya as the OIC Youth Capital 2026.
Saygıdeğer Türkiye Cumhuriyeti Gençlik ve Spor Bakanım, dünyanın dört bir yanından programımızı teşrif eden saygıdeğer bakanlar ve daire başkanları, Sayın Valim, Sayın İslam İşbirliği Gençlik Forumu Başkanım, Sayın Dünya Belediyeler Birliği Başkanı ve Konya Büyükşehir Belediye Başkanım, farklı şehirlerden programımızı teşrif eden değerli milletvekillerimiz, kıymetli protokolümüz, değerli misafirler, genç liderler, kıymetli delegasyonlar ve değerli basın mensupları. İslam İşbirliği Teşkilatı 2026 Gençlik Başkenti Konya'nın bu anlamlı açılış programına bir kez daha hoş geldiniz, sefalar getirdiniz efendim.
Today we are witnessing a very special moment where the memory of an ancient city meets the energy and vision of youth on the same stage. For centuries, Konya has been a center of knowledge and culture. Today, with the title of OIC Youth Capital, it hosts the shared vision of young people from across the Islamic world. Every connection formed here, every idea shared, and every step taken together will stand as a powerful reflection of brotherhood that transcends borders and of our shared future.
Saygıdeğer konuklarımız, efendim bugün burada kadim bir şehrin hafızasıyla gençliğin enerjisinin aynı sahnede buluştuğu çok özel bir ana hep birlikte tanıklık edeceğiz. Yüzyıllardır ilmin, kültürün ve hoşgörünün merkezi olan Konya, bugün İslam İşbirliği Teşkilatı Gençlik Başkenti unvanıyla geleceğin ortak vizyonuna ev sahipliği yapıyor. Burada kurulan her bağ, paylaşılan her fikir ve atılan her adım, sınırları aşan kardeşliğin ve ortak geleceğimizin güçlü bir yansıması olacaktır. Bu anlamlı program vesilesiyle sizleri bir kez daha saygı ve muhabbet ile selamlıyoruz.
And now we kindly invite you to stand for a moment of silence in honor of our martyrs, followed by the national anthem of Türkiye.
Saygıdeğer protokolümüz, saygıdeğer konuklarımız, efendim aziz şehitlerimizin aziz hatıraları için sizleri saygı duruşu ve ardından İstiklal Marşımızı okumaya davet ediyoruz.
And we now invite you to listen to a recitation from the Holy Quran by Süleyman Utku Tutal, who won third place in the National 2024 Young Sada Quran Recitation Competition.
Saygıdeğer konuklarımız, efendim şimdi sizleri 2024 Genç Sada Kur'an-ı Kerim'i Güzel Okuma Yarışması Türkiye üçüncüsü Süleyman Utku Tutal'ın gerçekleştireceği Kur'an-ı Kerim tilavetiyle baş başa bırakıyoruz efendim.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم يا أيها الناس إنا خلقناكم من ذكر وأنثى وجعلناكم شعوبا وقبائل لتعارفوا إن أكرمكم عند الله أتقاكم إن الله عليم خبير. قالت الأعراب آمنا قل لم تؤمنوا ولكن قولوا أسلمنا ولما يدخل الإيمان الإيمان في قلوبكم وإن تطيعوا الله ورسوله لا يلتكم من أعمالكم شيئا إن الله غفور رحيم. إنما المؤمنون الذين آمنوا بالله ورسوله ثم لم يرتابوا وجاهدوا بأموالهم وأنفسهم في سبيل الله أولئك هم الصادقون. قل أتعلمون الله بدينكم والله يعلم في السماوات وما في الأرض والله بكل شيء عليم يمنون عليك أن أسلموا قل لا تمنوا علي إسلامكم بل الله يمن عليكم أن هداكم للإيمان إن كنتم صادقين بل الله يمن عليكم أن هداكم للإيمان إن كنتم صادقين إن الله يعلم غيب السماوات والأرض والله بصير بما تعملون صدق الله العظيم سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين الفاتحة
We thank Süleyman Utku Tutal for his beautiful recitation. Distinguished guests, this city, where heritage and innovation, tradition and vision come together around the same spirit, is now opening the same doors to a shared future together with young people from around the world. And now, we invite you to watch a special promotional film reflecting the unique spirit of Konya, its rich cultural heritage, and the limitless energy of youth.
Saygıdeğer konuklarımız, kadim ile yeninin, gelenek ile vizyonun aynı ruh etrafında buluştuğu bu şehir, şimdi dünyanın dört bir yanından gelen gençlerle birlikte adeta ortak bir geleceğin kapılarını aralıyor. Efendim şimdi sizleri Konya'nın eşsiz ruhunu, kültürel mirasını ve gençliğin sınır tanımayan enerjisini yansıtan özel tanıtım videomuzu izlemeye davet ediyoruz.
A magnificent city indeed. Konya is a city inspired by its past while carrying innovation into the future. And now it is my honor to invite the President of the World Union of Municipalities and Mayor of Konya Metropolitan Municipality, Honorable Uğur İbrahim Altay, to deliver his speech.
Saygıdeğer konuklarımız, efendim Konya geçmişiyle ilham veren, geleceğe ise yenilik taşıyan bir şehir. Şimdi bu büyük vizyonun ev sahibini, Konya Büyükşehir Belediye Başkanımız, Dünya Belediyeler Birliği Başkanımız Sayın Uğur İbrahim Altay Beyefendi'yi konuşmalarını yapmak üzere kürsümüze davet ediyoruz. Başkanım hoş geldiniz.
Honorable Minister, Honorable Governor, esteemed Deputy Chair of AK Party and Head of Organization, Honorable President of the Islamic Cooperation Youth Forum, esteemed members of Parliament,
İl müdürlerimiz, odalarımızın
esteemed
değerli
representatives
başkanları,
of chambers,
İslam İşbirliği Teşkilatı üyelerinden, şehrimizde
esteemed
bulunan kıymetli
representatives
bakanlarımız,
of
protokolümüzün
OIC,
değerli
esteemed
üyeleri,
ministers,
kıymetli gençlerimiz,
and esteemed youth,
Konya'mızın kıymetli insanları, hanımefendiler, beyefendiler,
ladies and
hepinizi saygıyla,
gentlemen,
sevgiyle,
and
muhabbetle
esteemed
selamlıyorum.
people of
Hoş
Konya,
geldiniz, sefalar
I'd like to
getirdiniz.
greet you all with respect and affection. Welcome.
Bugün İslam İşbirliği
Today,
Gençlik Forumu'nun katkılarıyla Gençlik
we are
ve Spor
gathered here
Bakanlığımızın
on the occasion
destekleriyle
of
ve
the
Konya
grand
Büyükşehir
opening
Belediye'mizin
ceremony
ev
of
sahipliğinde
Konya
düzenlenen
OIC Youth
Konya
Capital
İslam İşbirliği Teşkilatı
2026,
Gençlik
organized with the
Başkenti
contributions of the
2026
Islamic
açılış
Cooperation
programı için
Youth
bir
Forum,
aradayız.
with the support of our
Sözlerimin
Ministry of
başında
Youth and Sports,
şehrimize teşrif
and
eden
hosted by
Gençlik ve
Konya
Spor
Metropolitan
Bakanımız
Municipality.
Sayın Osman Aşkın Bakar,
At the
AK Parti
outset
Genel
of my
Başkan
speech, I'd
Yardımcımız
like
ve
to
Teşkilat
warmly
Başkanımız Sayın
welcome
Ahmet
our Minister
Büyükbükçe,
of Youth,
İslam
Sports,
dünyasının farklı
Youth and Sports,
coğrafyalarından
Mr.
Konya'mıza
Osman
gelen
Ashkan
tüm
Bak,
protokol
and our Deputy
üyelerimize,
Chair and Head of
genç
Organization of the
temsilcilerimize,
AK Party,
akademisyenlerimize,
Mr. Ahmet
karar
Büyükgümüş,
alıcılarımıza ve tüm
our young
misafirlerimize
representatives,
gönülden hoş
academics,
geldiniz,
decision
sefalar
makers,
getirdiniz
and
diyorum.
all our guests who have come to Konya from different parts of the
Bugün
Islamic world.
gerçekleştirdiğimiz bu açılışla
With this
gençliğin
opening
enerjisini,
today, we
medeniyetimizin
are opening
kadim
the doors
birikimiyle
to an
buluşturan
important
önemli bir
process
sürecin
that brings
kapılarını
together
açıyoruz.
the energy of youth
Konya,
with the
tarih
deep-rooted
boyunca
heritage of
fikirlerin,
our civilization.
medeniyetlerin ve büyük
Konya is
yürüyüşlerin
one of the
başkenti
cities that
olmuş bir
throughout
şehirdir.
history has served as a
Selçuklu'ya
capital
dağıtılıp
of
olmuş bazı
ideas,
şehir,
civilizations,
taşıdığı tarihi
and great
mirasla
journeys.
başkentler
This
başkenti
cherished
unvanını
city,
asırlardır
which served as the
gönüllerde
capital of the
taşımaktadır.
Seljuks, has kept
İslam
alive in our
medeniyetinin
hearts for
ilim,
centuries
irfan
the
ve
title
hikmet
of the
merkezi olan
capital
Konya'mız,
of capitals
yakın
through the
dönemde
historical legacy
2023
it
Dünya
carries.
Spor Başkenti unvanıyla
Konya, a
sporun
center of
evrensel
knowledge,
mesajını
wisdom,
dünya
and
ile
spiritual
buluşturmuştur.
insight in
Bu
Islamic
yıl ise
civilization,
Avrupa
recently
Bisiklet
brought the
Başkenti
universal
unvanıyla
message of
çevreci
sports to the
ulaşımın
world
ve
with its
sağlıklı
title as
yaşamın
the
öncü
2023
şehirlerinden
World
biri
Capital
olduğunu
of
tüm
Sports.
dünyaya göstermiştir.
This year,
Şimdi de 2026
with its title
İslam
as the European
İşbirliği
Cycling
Teşkilatı
Capital, it
Gençlik
has shown
Başkenti
the entire
unvanıyla
world that
Konya,
it is one of the
geçmişten
leading
aldığı gücü,
cities in
geleceğin
environmentally
umudu
friendly
olan gençlerle
transportation and
buluşturmakta,
healthy living.
başkentin
And
ruhunu
now, with the
bu kez
title of
İslam
2026
dünyasının
OIC
ortak
Youth
yarınlarına
Capital,
taşımaktadır.
Konya is bringing together the strength it
doğrultuda
draws from
bugün
the
İslam
past
dünyasının
with young
gençlerini
people who are the
medeniyetimizin
hope
bu
of
kadim
the
başkentinde
future
ağırlıyor
and is
olmaktan
carrying the
büyük bir
secret
mutluluk
of being a
duyduğumuzu
capital.
bir kez daha ifade
This
etmek
time
isterim.
into the shared tomorrows
Bilindiği gibi
of the Islamic
İslam
world.
İşbirliği Teşkilatı
In this regard,
Gençlik
today we are
Başkenti
truly
unvanını
delighted
geçtiğimiz
to
yıl
host the
Fas'ın tarihi
youth of the
şehirlerinden biri
Islamic world
olan
in the ancient
Marrakeş
capital of our
taşımıştır.
civilization.
Bu yıl ise
As you
Konya
know,
olarak
last
bu
year the
unvanı
title
taşıyacak
of
olmanın
OIC Youth
büyük
Capital
gururunu
was
taşıyoruz.
held by Marrakesh,
Bizler
one
bu
of the
unvanı
historic cities
şehrimiz
of
için büyük
Morocco.
bir onur
And
olduğu
this year,
kadar
as
aynı
Konya,
zamanda
we are
büyük
proud to
bir
carry this
sorumluluk
title.
olarak
We see
görmekteyiz.
this title
Bu
not only
sorumluluk
as a great honor for
gençliğimizi
our city,
ortak
but
değerlerimiz
also
etrafında
as a
buluşturmayı,
great
İslam
responsibility.
coğrafyasının
This
farklı ülkeler
responsibility
arasındaki
requires
güçlü
us
dostluk
to
köprüleri
bring our
kurmayı
youth
ve
together around
gençliğin
our
geleceğe
shared
dair
values
sözünü
to
Konya'dan
build
bütün
strong
dünyaya
bridges of
duyurmayı
friendship
gerekmektedir.
and among the
İnşallah
different countries
Konya'mız
of Islamic
bu önemli
geography
ünvanı
and
yalnızca
to
bir
make the
takvim
voice
yılıyla
of our
sınırlı
youth
bırakmayacak,
for the future
gençlerimizin
heard from
hafızasında
Konya to the whole
kardeşliğin,
world. God
dostluğun,
willing,
ilmin
inshallah,
ve
our
irfanın
Konya
başkenti
will
olarak
not limit
kalıcı bir
this
iz
important
bırakacaktır.
title to
Sayın
a
Bakanım,
single calendar
kıymetli
year.
misafirler,
It will leave a lasting mark
bizim
in the
için
memory of
gençlik,
our
bir
young
milletin
people as the
umudu,
capital
bir
of
medeniyetin
brotherhood,
diriliş
friendship,
nefesi,
knowledge,
bir
and
coğrafyanın
wisdom.
yarınlara
Honorable
uzanan
Minister, for
en
us,
güçlü yürüyüşüdür.
youth means the hope of a
Gençlerine güvenen
nation, the
toplumlar
breath of a
geleceğe
revival
güvenle
of a
bakar.
civilization, and the
Gençlerini
strongest march
bilgiyle,
of a
ahlakla,
geography towards
merhametle
tomorrow.
ve sorumluluk bilinciyle
Societies
yetiştiren
that
ülkeler
trust their
daha
youth
adil,
look
daha
to the
güçlü
future
ve
with
daha huzurlu bir
confidence.
dünyanın
Countries
inşasına da
that raise their
öncülük
young
eder.
people with
Bu
knowledge,
nedenle
morality,
gençliğimizi hem
compassion,
bugünün
and a
hem de
sense of
geleceğimizin en
responsibility
önemli
lead the
faktörleri
way
olarak
in a
görüyoruz.
building a more
Bugün
just,
İslam dünyasının
stronger,
birçok
and more
köşesinde
peaceful world.
savaşların,
For this
acıların,
reason, we see our young
işgallerin
people
ve
as the
insanlığın
most important
vicdanını
actors
yaralayan
of both
zulümlerin
today
gölgesi
and
altında
future.
yaşıyoruz.
Today, in many
Gazze'den
corners of
Yemen'e,
Islamic world,
Libya'dan
we live
İran'a,
under the shadow of
Arakan'dan
wars,
mazlum
suffering,
coğrafyaların her birine kadar
occupations,
yükselen
and
feryat,
oppression
bizlere
that wounds
büyük
the
bir sorumluluğumuzu
conscience of
tekrar
humanity.
hatırlatıyor.
The cries
Şunu
rising
biliyoruz
from
ki,
Gaza to
karanlık ne
Yemen,
kadar derin
from
olursa
Libya to
olsun,
Iran,
onu
from
dağıtacak bir
Arakan
ışık
to every
mutlaka
oppressed
vardır.
geography remind
ışık,
us of a great
ferasetiyle
responsibility.
hakikati gören,
We know
yüreği
that
imanla
no
çarpan,
matter how
zihni
deep the
ilimle
darkness
aydınlanan,
may be, there is
ahlaka,
always a light
merhametle
that will
yollanan
dispel
siz
it.
gençlerimizsiniz.
That light is our youth.
Zulmün karanlığını
Young
adaletle,
people who see the
umutsuzluğun
truth
sessizliğini
with their insight,
kardeşlikle,
whose hearts
ayrılığın
beat with
yaralarını
faith,
birlik
whose
ruhuyla
minds are
aydınlatacak olan
enlightened
yine
by
siz
knowledge, and
gençlerimizsiniz.
those character is shaped
Hazreti
by
Mevlana,
compassion.
adalet ağaçlara su vermektir.
It is,
Zulüm ise
again, our youth
dikene su
who
vermektir.
will illuminate the
Bugün
darkness of
gençlerimize düşen
oppression
en
with
büyük vazife de
justice, the silence of
adalet ağacını
hopelessness
büyütmek,
with brotherhood,
zulmün
and
kökünü
the
ise
winds of
söküp
separation
atmaktır.
with the spirit of
İnşallah
unity.
İslam dünyası
Hazrat Mevlana
inançlı,
says, justice
bilinçli,
is giving
cesur ve
water to the
merhametli
tree,
gençlerin
oppression is
omuzlarında
giving water
yeniden
to the
barışın,
thorns.
huzurun ve
Today,
izzetin
the
altına
greatest
doğru
duty
yürüyeceğiz.
entrusted to
Bu
our
doğrultuda
youth
Konya
is
olarak
to
bu
grow the
ilki
tree
ana
of
temamız,
justice
küresel
and to
sistemin
uproot
tıkanıklıklarına
oppression.
bir cevap
God
niteliği
willing,
taşıyan
inshallah, the
diploması
Islamic
olarak
world will
belirlenir.
once again march
Zira
toward the
biz biliyoruz
horizon of
ki
peace,
daha
tranquility,
adil bir dünya
and dignity
ancak
on the
gençliğin
shoulders
taze
of its
enerjisiyle
faithful,
yoğrulmuş,
conscious,
samimi bir diplomasi
courageous,
diliyle
and
inşa
compassionate
edilebilir.
youth. In this
Bu
direction,
vizyonla
as Konya, we
ilhamımızı
have determined this
Cumhurbaşkanımız
year's main
Sayın
theme
Recep Tayyip
as
Erdoğan'dan
diplomacy as a response to
Sayın
the deadlocks of the
Cumhurbaşkanımız
global
geride bıraktığı
system,
23 yıl
because we
boyunca
know that a
dünya
more just
mazlumlarının
world
sesi olmuş
can only be
ve
built
küresel
through a
adaleti ön
sincere
plana koyan
language of
büyük bir
diplomacy shaped by
diplomasi
the fresh
yürüttü.
energy of youth.
Bizler de bu
In
program
this vision,
kapsamında
we drew
Sayın
our
Cumhurbaşkanımızın bu
inspiration
kararlı
from our
mücadelesini
President,
ve
Mr.
Dünya 5'ten
Recep
büyük bir
Tayyip
şiarıyla
Erdoğan.
şekillenen vizyonunu ele alan
Over
daha
the
adil
past
bir dünya
23
için
years, our
23
president
Yıl
has
isimli
been
özel
the voice
yayınımızı
of the
sizlerin
oppressed
ilgisine
around the
sunduk.
world and has
Amacımız bu
perceived
eserle
diplomacy
gençlerimizi
that
sadece
places
dünün ve
global
bugünün
justice at the
diplomasisini
forefront.
anlatmak değil,
Within the
aynı
scope of
zamanda
this program,
onlara
we have also
adaleti
presented
merkeze
to
alan bir
your
gelecek
attention our
inşasında
special
ilham
publication
kaynağı
titled
olabilmektir.
23 Years of More
Bizim
Just World,
anlayışımıza göre
which addresses
gençlik
our
varsa
president's
heyecan vardır,
determined struggle
umut vardır,
and his vision
yarınlara dair
shaped
güçlü
by
bir
the
yürüyüş
motto,
vardır.
the world is
Bu
bigger than
kapsamda
the
Konya
far.
Büyükşehir Belediyesi
With
olarak
this work, our
gençlerimizin
aim is not
eğitimden
only to
spora,
tell our youth
kültürden
about
sanata,
diplomacy of
bilimden
yesterday and
teknolojiye
today,
kadar her
but
alanda
also to
güçlü bir
inspire
şekilde
them
var
in a
olması için
building
gayret
future
gösteriyoruz.
centered on
Gençlerimizin
justice.
kendini ifade
In our
edebildiği,
understanding, where there is
yeteneklerini
youth, there is
geliştirebildiği,
excitement,
medeniyet
there is
değerleriyle
hope,
buluşabildiği bir
there
şehir
is a
iklimi
strong
oluşturmayı
march
en
towards
önemli
tomorrow.
görevlerimizden biri
In
olarak
this
görüyoruz.
context, as Konya Metropolitan
doğrultuda
Municipality, we are
genç
working
kültür
to ensure
vakfından
that
Samsun
our
Teknoloji
young people
Platformu'na,
are
Sosyal
strongly
İnovasyon
present in
Ajansı'ndan
every
kariyer
field, from
destek ve eğitim
education to
merkezine,
sports, from
gençlik
culture to arts,
merkezlerimizden
and from
eğitim
science
desteklerimize
to
kadar birçok
technology.
alanda
We
gençlerimize
consider
katkı
it
sunuyoruz.
one of our most important duties to
Bunların
create a
dışında
city atmosphere
bilgihanelerimizle,
where our
lise
youth
medeniyet
can express
akademilerimizle,
themselves,
bilim
develop their
merkezi,
talents,
çocuk
and
ve
meet the
gençlik
values of
meclisi,
our
Güle
civilization.
Oynaya, Camiye
In this
Gel
direction,
gibi
we
onlarca
support
projemizle
our young people in
evlatlarımızı
many
geleceğe
areas,
hazırlıyoruz.
from the young culture
İnşallah
to the
Konya'mızdan
Capsule
yükselen bu
Technology
gençlik sesi,
platform, and from the
İslam
Social
dünyasının dört bir
Innovation
yanında
Agency to the
karşılık
Career
bulacak,
Support and
kardeşlik
Training
bağlarımızı
Center,
daha da
and from our
güçlendirecek
youth
ve
centers
ortak
to our
geleceğimize
educational
ışık tutacak.
support programs. In
Bu
this
duygu duygu ve
addition addition to these, through our Bilgehane centers, high school civilization academies, science centers, children and youth assembly come to the mosque with joy, and dozens of other projects we are preparing our children for the future. Inshallah, this voice of youth rising from Konya will find a response all across the Islamic world, strengthening our bonds of brother even further and shed light on our shared future. With these feelings and our source, I would hope that the title of Konya OIC Youth Capital will bring goodness to our city, our country, and Islamic world, and all our young people. I would like to thank the management of Islamic Cooperation Youth Forum, which deemed our city worthy of this title, and everyone who has contributed to this process. I extend my gratitude to our Minister of Youth and Sports, Mr. Osman Arşıkbak, to our Deputy Chair and Head of Organization of the ARC Party, Mr. Ahmet Büyükgümüş, to the President of Islamic Cooperation Youth Forum, Mr. Taha Ayhan, to all our young brothers and sisters from OIC member states, to our distinguished guests, and to everyone who contributed to the organization. And surely I would like to thank to our youth, youngsters who are with us today. I greet you with respect and affection and entrust you to Allah.
Thank you, Mr. Altay, for those valuable remarks. Ladies and gentlemen, the Islamic Cooperation Youth Forum continues to be one of the leading international platforms shaping youth engagement today, believing in the potential of young people, building strong connections between cultures, and helping shape the shared future of the Islamic world through the vision of youth. We now invite you to watch a special video that reflects the Islamic Cooperation Youth Forum's vision for youth.
Saygıdeğer konuklarımız, gençliğin potansiyeline inanan, kültürler arasında güçlü bağlar kuran ve İslam dünyasının ortak geleceğini gençlerin vizyonuyla şekillendiren İslam İşbirliği Gençlik Forumu, bugün uluslararası gençlik çalışmalarına yön veren en önemli platformlardan biri olarak çalışmalarını sürdürüyor. Efendim, şimdi sizleri İslam İşbirliği Gençlik Forumu'nun gençliğe dair vizyonunu yansıtan özel video gösterimi ile baş başa bırakıyoruz.
Yılını geride bırakan İslam İşbirliği Gençlik Forumu'nun yürüttüğü faaliyetleri son derece kıymetli bulduğumu belirtmek istiyorum.
Saygıdeğer Cumhurbaşkanım, 20 yıl aşkın bir süredir hayata geçirdiğiniz vizyonla milletimiz, ümmet ve dünya geleceğe daha umutla bakıyor.
More than 2 decades after it was first conceived, the vision of these two leaders is still alive, creating opportunities and platforms for dialogue for future leaders. Now youth from the OIC and around the world are closer than ever, sharing ideas, creating innovative solutions for their communities and the Ummah, and laying the foundations for a better tomorrow.
You are the best educated Muslim generation that have come for at least 1,000 years.
With dozens of flagship programs around the world, spanning diplomacy, volunteering, culture, and entrepreneurship,
there's a tribunal.
Our mission is to empower youth to become active contributors to their societies by equipping them with the skills they need to address local, regional, and global issues for a sustainable, goal-driven ummah. You are what makes us who we are. A youth-driven vision for the youth, by the youth.
Gentlemen, the ICYF. To deliver his speech, please join me in welcoming the President of the Islamic Cooperation Youth Forum, His Excellency Mr. Taha Ayhan, one of the leading figures behind this strong platform that promotes shared values, solidarity, and a culture of collaboration among young generations.
Saygıdeğer konuklarımız, ortak değerleri, dayanışma ruhunu ve birlikte üretme kültürünü genç nesiller aracılığıyla büyüten, bu güçlü altyapının mimarlarından biri olan İslam İşbirliği Gençlik Forumu Başkanı Sayın Taha Ayhan Beyefendi'yi konuşmalarını gerçekleştirmek üzere kürsümüze davet ediyoruz. Hoş geldiniz.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Esselamu Aleyküm ve Rahmetullahi ve Berekatuhu. Dear Excellencies,
Sayın Ekselanslar,
Bakanları, Sayın Bakanım, Türkiye Gençlik ve Spor
Başkan Bakbey, Your
Bakanlığımız,
Excellency Minister of Youth and Sports of Bangladesh, dear Deputy Ministers, dear esteemed deputies, dear Governor of Konya, dear Mayor of Konya, Ibrahim Uğur Altay Bey, the diplomatic corps, the representatives of diplomatic corps, and our dear brothers and sisters. Thank you much for coming here and joining the opening ceremony of Konya as the OIC capital for 2026. As you can see how excited I am here to speak in front of you today, even though I have made many speeches all around the world, as a true excitement for me to speak in my country and declaring the Konya as the OIC capital, which is my mother's city, and it's a pleasure for me to be here in lovely Konya. First of all, I would like to express my sincere appreciation to the Minister of Youth and Sports of Republic of Turkey and to the municipality of Konya for making their bid and having the Konya as the OIC youth capital. We also recognize the continued support of Organization of Islamic Cooperation, which helps us move forward in our mission to serve the youth. The successful organization of this program once again demonstrates the importance of the strategic cooperation among institutions committed to youth development. It reflects our shared understanding that investing in young people is not simply a social responsibility, but also a long-term investment in peace. We firmly believe that the youth of the Islamic world possess enormous potential, talent, and creativity. Across our geography, we see young entrepreneurs building innovative businesses and young researchers contributing to science and technology. At the same time, we are aware of the many challenges facing young generations today. These challenges include unemployment, social exclusion, conflict, inequality, and rapid transformation caused by digitalization and globalization, and plus that, the increasing number of conflicts in all around the world. The OIC Capital Program is a very important annual project on that domain that began in 2015 in the city of Istanbul. Since then, this journey has sailed through many great cities. Since 2019, as you know, we have visited Al-Quds al-Sharif of Palestine, then Doha of Qatar, and Kazan of Tatarstan, Dhaka of Bangladesh. The year before, we were in Shusha of Azerbaijan, and last year, we were in Marrakesh of Morocco. Now we are in Konya. And by the way, Konya has won the title by beating beautiful cities of the world. With your permission, I want to use and enjoy the moment that I'm in Turkey to continue my speech in Turkish. Kıymetli bakanım, değerli bakanlarım, değerli bakan yardımcılarım, çok kıymetli başkanım Ahmet Büyükgümüş Beyefendi, vekilimiz Selman Bey, çok kıymetli hanımefendiler, beyefendiler, öncelikle geldiğiniz için çok teşekkür ediyorum. Konya'mızda 21. yılı kutlayan ICF'de
In ICF, we are celebrating the 21st year, and we are very happy to see Konya here. When Konya was the candidate, it wasn't possible for us to select any other city than Konya. As we just said in the interview, there's a huge cultural and historical formation here. There is a cultural and scientific capital, and it is the capital of our hearts at the same time. And the people of Konya, they're very warm, their hospitality is known by all over the world. And of course, our youngsters, there's a lot that they can learn from Konya. We are together with the youngsters coming from different parts of the world, and we can say that in these events that we are going to hold, it will be a diplomacy for a better and a more just world. And of course, our youngsters will learn that and hear that and process that in Konya with the people of Konya, and the message of Konya and the message of Turkey will be disseminated by them. And as ICF, in every week we hold international events in different countries, in different corners of the world. We will be in Tatarstan, in Kazan next week, and following that, we will be in Istanbul, in Senegal. We will have our events after the Eid Mubarak. There will be young youth the summit, and with the participation of His Excellency President, we are going to hold another event. And while doing all these throughout the year, we will always be present in Konya, and we will have outstanding events in Konya. And with the national team of Palestine, we will have the friendship matches, and with the Gaza, we will have one of the trial hearing of Gaza court as well, and with the Gaza court decision will be implemented in all over the world, and we will discuss the results in Konya regarding Gaza, regarding Palestine. We cannot find a better place than Konya, which can advocate the rights of Gaza better than Konya. And regarding that, and I'd like to extend my thanks to Konya for being an example to all the countries, because there is the international rights and law, and it advocates the rights of Palestine, and many activists are inspired by the stance of Konya. Of course, Uğur Ibrahim Altay, our Metropolitan Mayor, our brother, he's just owning us under his leadership. His leadership actually gives us a different spirit to our city. Of course, Konya will be the center of our hearts, and there will be media trainings, scouting trainings, and youth-related trainings, and we are going to hold contests and competitions in this regard. And of course, there will be a good recitation of reading Quran. Competition will be held here as well, and it's the cycling capital of Europe. And in the cycling contest, we will have hold our event here in Konya as well. Konya Youth Capital of 2026 OIC will be. They will have the most profound impact on Konya with all of its activities and events. And of course, Konya will be a city where all the youngsters will want to visit, and we will contribute to that as well. And I'd like to extend my thanks to each and everyone who contributed to that event, and I'd like to thank the mayor, Metropolitan Mayor, and Mehmet Balkan, and Mr. Salman, the MPs of Konya, our Governor Ibrahim Bey. I would like to thank everyone who contributed to the organization, and I'd like to thank the President of Turkish Republic for inspiring the people all over the world, and may Allah protect you. And I entrust you to Allah. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Excellency, for your invaluable contributions. Distinguished guests, the OIC Youth Capital Program, which aims to strengthen youth cooperation and cultural interaction among countries of the Islamic world, transforms a different city each year into a center for international youth engagement, while presenting a strong vision for the shared future of young people across the Islamic world. Here now is a video detailing what the OIC Youth Capital Program is all about.
Saygıdeğer konuklarımız, İslam dünyası ülkeleri arasında gençlik işbirliğini ve kültürel etkileşimi güçlendirmeyi amaçlayan İslam İşbirliği Teşkilatı Gençlik Başkenti Programı, her yıl bir şehri uluslararası gençlik çalışmalarının merkezi haline getirirken, İslam dünyası gençlerinin ortak geleceğine dair güçlü bir vizyon sunuyor. Saygıdeğer konuklarımız, İslam İşbirliği Teşkilatı Gençlik Başkenti Programı'nı tanıtan videomuz ile siz değerli misafirlerimizi baş başa bırakıyoruz efendim.
OIC Youth Capital, a journey from Istanbul to Putrajaya, from Al-Quds Al-Sharif to Doha, from Dhaka to Kazan, from Shusha to Marrakesh and Konya. thousands of stories, centuries of heritage, a shared culture, a common future. Across the Islamic world, city by city, a vision was carried forward, a growing legacy of solidarity, understanding, and shared aspiration across the Islamic world. Today, this journey continues. With its spirituality, tolerance, and heritage, Konya stands ready. Welcome to Konya, a global meeting point for youth. OIC Youth Capital 2026. Youth Capital 2026.
Esteemed guests, contributing to the development of international cooperation in the fields of youth and sports within the framework of the OIC and working to ensure stronger representation for young people on global platforms, we are honored to invite the OIC representative for youth and sports, Dr. Bubakari Maiga, to deliver his remarks.
Saygıdeğer konuklarımız, İslam İşbirliği Teşkilatı bünyesinde gençlik ve spor alanındaki uluslararası işbirliklerinin geliştirilmesine katkı sunan, gençlerin daha güçlü platformlarda temsil edilmesi adına çalışmalar yürüten İslam İşbirliği Teşkilatı Gençlik ve Spor'dan sorumlu temsilcisi Dr. Bubakari Maiga'yı konuşmalarını gerçekleştirmek üzere kürsümüze davet ediyoruz.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Distinguished guests and your respective
Kıymetli
position and title,
misafirler,
ladies and gentlemen. It is a great pleasure and honor for me to participate on behalf of His Excellency Hussein Ibrahim Taha, the OIC Secretary General, and this opening ceremony of Konya as OIC Youth Capital International Program 2026. At the outset, allow me to convey our deep appreciation and sincere thanks to the government of the Republic of Turkey for the excellent arrangement made for this ceremony and for the warm hospitality extended to all participants. Hosting this OIC Youth Capital International Program this year reflects Turkey's continuous commitment to youth empowerment, its active support for OIC program and activities, and its important role in advancing opportunities for young people in the Islamic world under the wise leadership of His Excellency President Recep Tayyip Erdogan. I would also like to express the sincere appreciation of the OIC Secretary General to the government of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, represented here by the Professor Ahmed Gumlas, the Deputy Assistant Minister of Sport, for its tireless effort in chairing the 5th session of the Islamic Conference of Youth and Sport Ministers, as well as to the Islamic Cooperation Youth Forum under the leadership of His Excellency Mr. Taha Ayhan for its dedicated effort in implementing this important program. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, the OIC attaches great importance to youth empowerment and capacity building. We are confident that this program will further contribute to enhancing youth participation in OIC member states and provide an important platform for interaction, networking, and cooperation among young people from diverse educational and cultural backgrounds. In accordance with the OIC Youth Strategy and relevant OIC strategy, the work of OIC and the youth field is based on 3 main pillars: enhancing youth participation at all levels, protect young people from extremism, ideology, and violence, and equipping them with knowledge and reliable information resources. The OIC Youth Capital Program, initiated by the Islamic Cooperation Youth Forum in 2014, and endorsed by the 42nd session of the Council of Foreign Ministers in Kuwait in 2015, has become an important platform for strengthening the role of youth in the development of their societies and their nations, and promoting the values of solidarity, unity, friendship, and peaceful coexistence among the youth of the Muslim Ummah. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, it is imperative that youth be regarded as essential partner in effort to contain violence, extremism, promote peace, and advance sustainable development. Young people must be meaningfully involved in political, economic, and social life, particularly those living in their occupation and zone and conflict zone in some of our member states. In this regard, Palestinian young continue to endure extremely difficult humanitarian and living conditions as a result of the ongoing Israeli occupation, the escalation of violence, restriction on movement, and deterioration of economic and social conditions. Those circumstances have directly affected their access to education, employment opportunities, mental health, and social stability, leaving an entire generation facing daily fear, uncertainty, and limited prospects for a secure future. Despite those immense challenges, Palestinian young continue to demonstrate remarkable resilience and determination while preserving their national and cultural identity. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, the OIC General Secretariat and the Islamic Cooperation Youth Forum, in coordination with the relevant authority in the Republic of Turkey, will continue to work closely with relevant OIC organs and institutions to organize activities within the framework of the implementation of this program throughout 2026. In conclusion, I once again congratulate the people of the beautiful city of Konya on hosting this program for the second time. And I sincerely hope that the outcomes and recommendations of the activity to be organized within the framework of this implementation of this program will contribute to advance the objective of youth empowerment in OIC member state. I thank you for your kind attention.
Thank you, Dr. Maiga, for your speech. Esteemed guests, it is now my pleasure to welcome our next speaker from the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, where young minds and visions are brought together from across the Islamic world. Join me in welcoming the Assistant Deputy Minister for Youth Affairs of the Ministry of Sports of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, Chair of the Islamic Conference for Youth and Sports Ministries, Mr. Ahmed Salman Al-Ghimlas.
Saygıdeğer konuklarımız, İslam dünyasının farklı coğrafyalarından gelen gençlik vizyonlarını aynı zeminde buluşturan bu anlamlı programımıza Suudi Arabistan Krallığı'ndan teşrif ederek bizleri onurlandıran Suudi Arabistan Krallığı Spor Bakanlığı Gençlik İşlerinden sorumlu Bakan Yardımcısı Vekili ve İslam Konferansı Gençlik ve Spor Bakanları Dönem Başkanı Sayın Ahmet Salman Alkimlas Beyefendi'yi konuşmalarını gerçekleştirmek üzere kürsümüze davet ediyoruz.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين.
In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful, may peace and blessings be upon our Prophet Muhammad, the most honorable of prophets and messengers, upon his family and all his companions. Mr. Osman Ashkenbach, Minister of Youth and Sport, Mr. Ur Ibrahim Altay, Mayor of Konya, Mr. Taha Ayhan, President of the Islamic Cooperation Youth Forum, Honorable Ministers, distinguished guests, greetings. May Allah's mercy and blessings be upon you. First and foremost, to the custodian of the two holy mosques, King Salman bin Abdulaziz, may Allah protect and preserve him, and His Royal Highness Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, may Allah protect and preserve him for the great interest they have shown in the youth of the Islamic nation and their concerns, and for their efforts to support everything that will enable them to fulfill the vital roles desired within their societies within the framework of the organization's work. Furthermore, on behalf of Prince Abdulaziz bin Turki Al Faisal, Chairman of the Conference of Islamic Ministers of Youth and Sport and Ministry of Sport, I am delighted to join you at the official grand opening ceremony of the 2026 Islamic Youth Capital Program to be held in the city of Konya, Republic of Turkey, and to convey His Majesty's greetings and his wishes for the success of this hosting. We commend the efforts of the government and people of the Republic of Turkey, and we acknowledge the significant role played by Konya, a city with a rich scientific and cultural heritage, in hosting this event. The special arrangements provided for all participants, the hospitality and warm welcome, and the strengthening of the opportunities available to young people across the Islamic world. Honorable ministers and distinguished guests, we affirm our support for every effort to empower the youth of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, develop their skills, and provide them with new opportunities. The Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, particularly under the chairmanship of the Conference of Islamic Youth and Sports Ministers, is making great efforts in the field of youth empowerment and the development of sports, the strengthening of joint Islamic initiatives in line with the Vision 2030. In this context, numerous programs and events have been organized for the benefit of young people in OIC member states. Among the most significant of these is the Holy Sites Tour program organized annually by the Ministry of Sport for the benefit of hundreds of young people from Arab and Islamic countries, as well as hosting the 6th Islamic Solidarity Games in Riyadh from 7 to 21st of November 2025, which saw the participation of all 57 member states for the first time in its history. Furthermore, in its capacity as chair of Conference of the Islamic Ministers of Youth and Sports, the Kingdom has taken lead organizing seminars. And finally, I would like to extend my thanks to you all once again and congratulate the Republic of Turkey and the city of Konya on this blessed hosting. I wish you every success and hope that the activities to be organized this year as part of the program's implementation will yield recommendations and guidelines that will help strengthen joint Islamic efforts among member states and assist us in achieving our common objectives regarding the development and empowerment of young people. Best regards, and may Allah's mercy and blessings be upon you.
Thousands of years of history, civilizational journey, and cultural memory to life through a powerful visual and musical narrative. Beginning with Çatalhöyük and journeying through the Roman, Selçuk, Ottoman, and Republican eras to this present day, this performance tells not only the story of a city, but also the transformation of civilization, art, faith, and humanity through time.
Saygıdeğer konuklarımız, efendim sizler için hazırlamış olduğumuz bir sahne gösterimi mevcuttur efendim. Şimdi izleyeceğiniz sahne gösterisi Konya'nın binlerce yıllık hafızasını, medeniyet yolculuğunu ve insanlık tarihindeki izlerini görsel ve işitsel bir anlatıyla sahneye taşıyor. Çatalhöyük'ten başlayarak Roma'ya, Selçuklu'dan Osmanlı'ya ve Cumhuriyet döneminden günümüze uzanan bu yolculuk yalnızca bir şehrin tarihini değil, aynı zamanda medeniyetin, sanatın, inancın ve insanın zaman içerisindeki dönüşümünü anlatıyor.
This powerful journey from past to present unites Konya's deep-rooted heritage with the vision of youth shaping the future. And now we invite you to enjoy this special performance where the rhythm of Konya's culture meets the energy of youth. But first, a kind notice to our guests that flame, carbon, and snow effects will be used throughout the performance.
Efendim geçmişten bugüne uzanan bu güçlü hikaye, Konya'nın köklü mirası ile geleceğe yürüyen gençliğin vizyonunu aynı sahnede buluşturuyor. Efendim sahne gösterimizde alev, karbon ve kar efektleri de kullanılacaktır. Ve şimdi sizleri Konya kültürünün ritmiyle gençliğin enerjisini buluşturan özel sahne performansı ile baş başa bırakıyoruz efendim.
What a remarkable, remarkable performance, taking us on a journey through history. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it once again for our performers. Distinguished guests, recognizing the role of youth in social development and supporting active youth participation through strong organizational structures, we are pleased today to invite the Deputy Secretary General of the AK Party, Head of Organization Affairs and Member of Parliament for Yalova, Honorable Ahmet Büyükgümüş, to deliver his remarks.
Efendim, bu etkileyici performans için sanatçılarımıza tekrar teşekkürlerimizi sunuyoruz. Saygıdeğer konuklarımız, gençliğin toplumsal gelişimindeki rolünü önceleyen, teşkilat yapılarıyla gençlerin aktif katılımını destekleyen çalışmalara öncülük eden AK Parti Genel Sekreter Yardımcımız, Teşkilat Başkanımız ve Yalova Milletvekilimiz Sayın Ahmet Büyükgümüş Beyefendi'ye hoş geldiniz, sefalar getirdiniz diyoruz efendim.
Saygıdeğer Bakanımız, çok kıymetli
Esteemed Minister,
Bangladeş Gençlik ve Spor Bakanı,
esteemed Minister of Youth and Sports of Bangladesh, our sister country, esteemed Deputy Ministers, esteemed Governor, the members of Parliament, esteemed Mayor of Metropolitan Municipality,
çok kıymetli genç kardeşlerim,
esteemed representatives of international organizations, my dear young brothers and sisters. Today, we are in the grand opening ceremony of Konya OIC Youth Capital 2026. It is such a pleasure for us, and I do greet you with affection and respect.
Tabii biraz önce Konya'nın tarihsel serüvenini, buradaki güçlü
Earlier,
kültürel birikimi
we have witnessed the history of Konya, the importance of Konya for our civilization, for the establishment of such cultural heritage. I do believe that during this youth capital period, we will be inspired by Konya and we will see its reflection on our struggle in different parts of Islamic world. And with the power that we get from our youth, we will find remedies to these struggles. And the theme is diplomacy for a just world. And I believe that it is such a significant theme identified for Konya. Today we are experiencing such difficulties, and
İslam dünyasından
we witness
iradeyle yarınları inşa etmeye cesaret ederek
the horrendous actions against Muslims, and it is our responsibility to give a response to these horrendous actions. And hopefully, during this program, our youth from different parts of Islamic world will meet with one another, and they will cooperate, they will work and put their efforts into a just world, and they will refreshen our hopes to get much better prepared for tomorrow. And today, we need to just underline that since 7th of October, our Gazan brothers and sisters are facing they're facing a genocide, and they are trying to just keep our freedom away from us. But we need to be aware, we need to be awake, and we need to create a front against those people who are just acting villainous against us. In sports, in education, in science, we need to act and we need to advocate for a world which is much just and brighter than today.
İnşallah
So his
buralarda
efforts
pişireceğimiz yeni
will be
fikirler
critical for
geleceğin
us,
inşasında
and the
çok daha
ideas which
önemli
will
bir
just
konuma
sprout
sahip
here
olacak.
will be
Ülkemizin
our
lideri,
guide for the
genel
future.
başkanımız, Cumhurbaşkanımız
Our
Recep Tayyip Erdoğan bir
chair,
genç olarak
our
siyasete
esteemed
adım atmış
President, His Excellency
bugün
Recep Tayyip
dünyada
Erdoğan,
umudun, mazlumlara
started
umudun,
this fire
adaletin
of hope
en
in
güçlü
this world,
seslerinden
and
biri
he
haline
is one of the most
Gençlik
strongest
yıllarında
voices
bir genç
of
olarak Recep
justice
Tayyip
in the
Erdoğan,
world.
toplumsal hayata, sivil toplum çalışmalarına, spor yaşantısına,
To civil
ve
society,
siyasete
to
adım attığı
sports,
o ilk
from
günlerde
politics
üzerinde
to
durduğu en önemli
different
başlıklardan
activities,
biri
he has
Ayasofya'nın özgür olması.
always highlighted
Ve
that the
arkadaşlarıyla birlikte
Hagia
AK
Sophia
Parti
must
disipline
be
olarak verdiği mücadeleyle
free.
bugün
He
geldiğimiz
was
noktada
advocating for that
tüm
since the
mescitler
very
bakımından
beginning.
sembol bir anlam
And
taşıyan,
indeed,
İstanbul'un fethinin
Hagia
özgürlüğü
Sophia
varlığıyla
is such
temsil eden
a
Ayasofya bugün
representation
zincirleri
of
kırılmış
masjids
ve
in
özgür
our
şekilde
culture, and with the
ibadete açık.
concurrent of Istanbul,
Eğer
it
bugün
has a significant
Ayasofya'nın
place.
minarelerinden
If
Allahu Ekber
today,
nidaları yükseliyorsa,
today you are able to
gençlerin
hear
kurduğu
Allahu
hayalin,
Akbar
bir
from
genç
the
olarak
minarets
Recep
of
Tayyip
Hagia
Erdoğan
Sophia,
ve
and
arkadaşlarının
this
kurduğu hayalin
is
bunda
the
çok
result
önemli
of
bir
the
payı var.
dream that
Şimdi
Recep Tayyip
daha
Erdoğan
adil
and
bir
his
dünya
friends
mümkündür diyerek her diplomatik
dreamt in the
platformda
past, and they have
dahi
acted
kuvvetle
in
savunan
line with their
liderimizin
dreams. And
bize
our
açtığı
leader
istikamet, ortaya
just
koyduğu
showed us
vizyon,
the
bugün
path.
gençler olarak
And
yeni
today,
hayallerin
as
peşinde olmamız
young
gerektiğini
people,
inşallah.
we need to follow
İnşallah
this path,
bu
and we need
program
to
ve
follow our
niceleri
dreams, new
vasıtasıyla
dreams.
kuracağımız hayallerle, ortaya
The dreams
koyacağımız
that
güçlü
we will
iradeyle ve bu iradenin takipçisi olacak yapacağımız
configure
nice
here all
çalışmalarla
together.
Allah
And
inşallah bu nesle Mescid-i
there will be
Aksa'nın da
actions
özgür olduğu
as a
günleri
result of the
şüphesiz
bill that
gösterecek.
we have here. And thanks to these dreams and actions, Masjid
Burada-
Aqsa,
burada
Al-Quds
gençler olarak
will be,
bir araya
Al-Aqsa
geldiğimiz gibi
will be also
İnşallah
free as
Mescid-i Aksa'nın da
Hagia Sophia.
bahçesinde,
And
Mescid-i Aksa'nın da içerisinde özgürce
we believe that
ibadetlerimizi eda
one day
etmemiz,
we will freely
birliğimizi
pray
ümmet
in
olarak
the gardens
varlığımızı,
and even
insanlık
inside
olarak da
Al-Aqsa
adalet
Mosque.
çağrımızı en güçlü şekilde savunduğumuz o anı da
We do
Allah
advocate
bizlere
for
nasip
the
etsin.
rights of everyone,
bu
and
değerli
hopefully
çalışmayı
we will
himaye
be
ettikleri için
advocating our
Türkiye
right
Cumhuriyeti
to
Gençlik ve Spor
pray
Bakanı
in Al-Aqsa
Sayın
Mosque.
Osman Aşkın
May
Bakan
Allah
huzurlarınızda şükranlarımı
shows
sunuyorum.
us these days. I
Buraya
do
gelerek
thank to
programımızı
esteemed
teşrif eden
minister,
Bangladeş Gençlik ve Spor Bakanı'na burada
Mr.
hitapları
Osman
gerçekleşen
Ashkan Bak.
ve
I would like
misafir
to also
olarak
extend
bizlerle
my
birlikte
regards
olan
and thanks to
değerli
the
bakan
Minister of Youth and Sports of Bangladesh, and I would like to thank all representatives
adaylık
of OIC. Indeed, since the beginning of the candidacy of Konya, Konya Metropolitan Municipality Mayor, esteemed Ibrahim Uğur Altay, have supported us continuously.
İnşallah Konya
And
bin yıl
inshallah,
önce nasıl bu topraklardaki varlığımızın teminatı olmuşsa
we will see
dünyaya işte biraz önce hep birlikte
the fruitful
izlediğimiz
results
o hayat
of
ağacının
this program, as because thousands of years ago, Konya has put the seeds of civilization to Anatolia, and it's brought us such knowledge and wisdom, and hopefully for a just and brighter world, there will be ideas resulting from the efforts of people during this period in Konya. I do once again greet you with affection, and inshallah this program will bring us fruitful results, and may Allah's mercy be upon you. Thank you so much.
Efendim AK Parti Genel Başkan Yardımcımız, Teşkilat Başkanımız ve Yalova Milletvekilimiz Sayın Ahmet Büyükgümüş Beyefendi'ye teşekkürlerimizi sunuyoruz.
Thank you to the Deputy Chairperson of AK Party, Mr. Büyükgümüş, for your invaluable contributions. Ladies and gentlemen, in Konya, a city that has long been a center of tolerance, knowledge, and cultural richness, we are happy to host this meaningful gathering dedicated to the shared future of our youth. Please join me in welcoming the Governor of Konya, Honorable Ibrahim Akın, to deliver his remarks.
Saygıdeğer konuklarımız, tarih boyunca hoşgörünün, ilmin ve kültürel zenginliğin merkezi olmuş Konya'da, gençliğin ortak geleceğine ev sahipliği yapan bu anlamlı programımızda Konya Valimiz Sayın İbrahim Akın Beyefendi konuşmalarını yapacaklar. Sayın Valim lütfen buyurunuz efendim.
Hoş geldiniz.
Sayın Bakanım,
Distinguished Minister, Esteemed Minister of Youth and Sports, distinguished participants, dear youngsters. Today, we are here in the center of science, and we are here for the grand opening ceremony of Youth Capital 2026 of OIC, and I'd be more than happy to and pleased to address you here, distinguished His Excellency, distinguished ministers. You have given us the honor with your visit to Konya. I'd like to thank you, and I say I'm grateful on behalf of myself and on behalf of my city, Konya, and I'd like to thank all the participants, the valuable participants from different corners of the world, and the young youth who are the hope of our civilization. I salute you with respect and affection, and I would like to welcome you all to your home of your heart and Selçuk Civilization Center. Esteemed Minister, distinguished participants, in every era of the history, Konya has been a city where there is peace growing in the heart, and we are here as the youth capital, and we are here reflecting the voices of the youth. No matter the time changes, however, the core is the same, the earth is still the same, and our civilization has a long-standing civilizations, and there are 7 seasons, there are 7 colors, and we can say that the core water of that is standing ahead of us today, and who are our the brave youth, and we can say that the guarantee of the long-standing presence is our youth. And there are youngsters coming from different parts of Islamic world, and you, our youngsters, with this heritage, you are the live carriers of our heritage. Esteemed Minister, distinguished participants, we're here gathering together, and in Konya there are different beliefs, and we are witnessing a historical moment together here in Konya, and with the science of Selçuk and with Konya, where there is the human-focused approach with the administration. We are now here we are very proud to say that we are here to have the youth capital of OIC, and with this organization there will be an extensive youth interaction, and we provided the strongest grounds for that. And this organization will be conducted between the 10th and 12th of May, and there will be bridges between the hearts as well. And of course, to the Islamic world, there will be a brotherhood and solidarity messages will be provided to the Islamic world. Once again, I'd like to reiterate with great belief that a capital, with its spirit and with its pride, has always been a capital. Distinguished participants, ending my words, I'd like to extend my thanks to the Minister of Youth and Sports for his visit and for the support that he provided to that organization. Once again, I'd like to say I'm grateful, more than grateful to him, and starting from Konya, in every stage of this meaningful process, I'd like to thank for hosting the Metropolitan Mayor of Konya. I'd like to extend my thanks to him for providing his support as well. And I'd like to thank each and every organizations and institutions, contributors, stakeholders, and everyone contributed to that process, to the organization of this event. I'd like to thank you once again. and I hope that there's a ceremony and the fact that we are the youth capital will provide auspicious results, and I'd like to salute you with respect again. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Akın, for your valuable contributions. Ladies and gentlemen, with one of the youngest and most dynamic populations in South Asia, Bangladesh continues to play an important regional role through its youth policies, investments in sports, and international partnerships. Please join me in welcoming the Minister of Youth and Sports of Bangladesh, His Excellency Mr. Aminul Haq, to deliver his remarks.
Saygıdeğer konuklarımız, genç nüfusuyla Güney Asya'nın en dinamik ülkelerinden biri olan Bangladeş, gençlik politikaları, spor yatırımları ve uluslararası işbirlikleriyle bölgesinde önemli bir rol üstlenmeye devam etmektedir. Gençlerin küresel ölçekte daha güçlü platformlarda yer almasına katkı sunan Bangladeş Gençlik ve Spor Bakanı Sayın Aminul Haq Beyefendi hitap edecekler. Sayın Bakanım lütfen buyurunuz efendim.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dear Excellencies,
Ekselansları, kıymetli bakanlar,
Head of Delegations, representatives of the OIC General Secretariat, and the most importantly, the vibrant youth leaders gathered in this fine evening here in the historic city of Konya. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Very good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is a profound honor for me to stand before you today in this spiritual and cultural heart of Turkey. I wish to extend my deepest gratitude to the government of the Republic of Turkey and the Islamic Cooperation Youth Forum, ICYF, for such excellent arrangement in organizing Konya OIC Youth Capital 2026, as well as exceptional hospitality with its rich heritage of peace and enlightenment, which is the perfect stage to celebrate this huge event. This summit is not merely a ceremonial event. It is a testament to our collective resolve to unify the Ummah through the energy and innovation of our young generation. As we inaugurate this year-long celebrate, we reaffirm that the young are not just the leader of tomorrow, but the primary architects of our present global stability. Dear youth leaders, the OIC Youth Capital Program has evolved into a powerhouse for cultural exchange and policy innovation. This platform provides a unique space for Muslim youth to address global challenge from climate change to digital ethics, while remaining rooted in the values of solidarity and Islamic brotherhood. Bangladesh views this summit as a vital conduit for sharing best practices and fostering a sense of shared destiny among the citizens of the OIC member states. Dear presence, Bangladesh is currently experiencing a historic demographic dividend, with over 1/3 of our population being young. Our national journey is intrinsically linked to their progress. Under the current leadership, we have transitioned from a dependent economy to the technology-driven, knowledge-based society. Our youth are the pioneers of this transformation. In the sports arena, we are investing in the world-class infrastructure and a high-performance training center to ensure our athletes can compete at the highest international levels. The spirit of our youth define the resilience and an unwavering drive to excel, making Bangladesh a land of immense possibilities. Ladies and gentlemen, our commitment to the young ensured in the National Youth Policy, which prioritizes skill development, inclusive participations, mental well-being. We have aligned our national goals with the Sustainable Development Goals SDGs to ensure no young person is left behind. Furthermore, our national entrepreneurship policy is designed to transform job seekers into the job creators. We have streamlined access to low-interest startup grants, established specialized incubation center, and provide comprehensive vocational training to bridge the gap between academy and industry. Our objective is clear: to foster an ecosystem where a young person idea in a remote village can scale into a global enterprise. Distinguished delegates, I would like to propose some activities for empowering youth people with multilateral cooperation to ensure the young voice is central to global governance. Bangladesh recommends a multi-phased implementation plan. We must move beyond consultation and into the realm co-creation. We can establish a global youth parliament, a digital platform where youth from OIC nation can deliver on policy and present a youth manifesto to the Council of Foreign Ministers. I also proposed for creating Youth Voice Hub to localize innovation center that focus on grassroots activism and community leadership. Skill in digital literacy will equip our youth with the tools of modern media to counter misinformation and project a positive, progressive image of the Muslim world. By amplifying this voice, we ensure that the policy of today reflect the appreciation of the generation that will live with their consequence. Dear young enthusiasts, sports is a universal language that transcends borders and ideologies. Bangladesh, a firm believer in sports diplomacy as a tool for peace and nation building through athletics exchange, we can foster a mutual respect, understanding between OIC nation. We propose the establishment of the OIC Games, a multi-sports event that emphasizes not just competition, but cultural integration. By hosting joint training camps and coaching exchange programs, we can leverage the power of sports to unite our youth and build a stronger, more cohesive Islamic world. Ladies and gentlemen, inclusive empowerment is the cornerstone of the stable society. Bangladesh calls upon OIC member states to strengthen cooperation through educational exchange program in simplifying visa process and offering dedicated scholarship for OIC students to study in diverse field across the member states and tech transfer partnership on all blockman and green energy initiatives to ensure our youth are at the forefront of the future industrial revolution. I also recommended to ensure gender-inclusive policies by which young women have equal access to leadership roles, technical education and sports facilities, as their contribution is vital for the holistic growth of the Ummah. Distinguished delegates, I look forward to provide collective efforts in a specific sector that can yield the highest impact. Bangladesh proposed a focus on climate resilience, food security as one of the most climate vulnerable nations. We believe our youth can lead the world in adaptation and sustainable innovation. Dear young leaders and all participants, let Konya 2026 be the spark that ignites a new era of youth-led prosperity. The government of Bangladesh stands ready to work hand in hand with all member states to turn these proposals into reality. Especially to the young gathered here today, the world is watching and the future is yours to shape. Let us move forward with courage, compassion, and commitment to the excellence. Thank you all. Long live the young, long live the youth cooperation of OIC countries as well as Muslim Ummah. Thank you.
Thank you, Minister Haq, for being with us here today on this very important and momentous day. Esteemed guests, the Ministry of Youth and Sports of the Republic of Turkey continues to be one of the leading institutions investing in young people, supporting their development in education, culture, sports, and international representation. And now, it is my great honor to invite the Minister of Youth and Sports of the Republic of Turkey, His Excellency Dr. Osman Aşkınbak, to the stage.
Saygıdeğer konuklarımız, Türkiye Cumhuriyeti Gençlik ve Spor Bakanlığı, gençlerin eğitimden kültüre, spordan uluslararası temsile kadar her alanda daha güçlü bireyler olarak yetişmesi adına yürüttüğü çalışmalarla gençliğe yatırım yapan en önemli kurumlardan biri olmaya devam ediyor. Ve şimdi efendim gençliğe yönelik vizyonu, çalışmaları ve destekleriyle her zaman gençlerin yanında olan Türkiye Cumhuriyeti Gençlik ve Spor Bakanımız Sayın Doktor Osman Aşkınbak Beyefendi hitap edecekler. Sayın Bakanım lütfen buyurunuz efendim.
Çok saygıdeğer Bangladeş Gençlik ve Spor Bakanı, değerli bakan
Minister of Bangladesh Youth and Sports, Honorable Ministers, the President of Islamic Cooperation Youth Forum, His Excellency Taha Han, Mayor of Konya Metropolitan Municipality, His Excellency Uğur Ibrahim Altay, distinguished representatives of the Organization of Islamic Cooperation, countries and institutions, esteemed also officials of the various institutions and organizations in our country in Konya, dear guests, youth, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I take great pleasure in meeting you in Konya on the occasion of its selection as the Organization of Islamic Cooperation OIC Youth Capital 2026. Welcome. We are delighted to have you here.
Konya'nın gençlerini bir görelim.
Let's see the
Konyalım, işaret
youngsters
aldığın
of
gün
Konya.
arkandan. Yürüyeceksin, millet yürüyecek
So,
arkandan. Size selam
with
getirdim.
Konya, I have
Recep
brought you
Tayyip Erdoğan'dan.
the greetings from the President of Turkish Republic, Mr. Recep Tayyip Erdoğan.
bugün bu programı Gazze'den başlayarak bölgemizde
Frankly, I feel the sadness of organizing this program in the shade of wars waged in our region, starting from Gaza.
İsrail'in masum
I
sivillerin
strongly
hayatını
condemn the
keserek
Israeli attacks, which disregards the lives of innocent civilians, drags the region to a widening of conflict spiral and violence to international
komşumuz İran'a yapılan saldırılarla
law
başlayan ve ardından
and
bölgemizdeki diğer kardeş
the war
ülkelerin de
which
sürdürülen
began with the attacks to our neighbor Iran and subsequently dragged our brother countries has caused deep sorrow for all of us. Unfortunately, we have been witnessing together the regional and global effects of the war on security, energy and economy. As Turkey, we have condemned every attack against the international law, especially the violation of humanitarian law, since the very beginning of the efforts of our President, His Excellency Mr. Recep Tayyip Erdogan. We have condemned and we will continue to condemn all of these. We have stated that on every occasion that targeting critical infrastructure such as schools and universities where youth receive education and also hospitals, sanctuaries and water resources used by civilians is unacceptable. We always stated that. We emphasize that we do not condone the attacks on Iran and other countries in the region regardless of their justification. The initiative launched by Turkey, Pakistan, Saudi Arabia and Egypt have played an important role in establishing the ceasefire. We welcome the extension of ceasefire and we hope that it will lead to a lasting peace. Distinguished guests, the greatest power of Islamic civilization is its young population and the high ideals they uphold. A youth drawing strength from their faith, history and culture is the assurance of a fairer, stronger and more prosperous future. Turkey continues to play a leading role in the Islamic world in strengthening the unity, solidarity and cooperation by getting inspiration from the history under the leadership of His Excellency our President. Our country strives to act in concert with the member countries and institutions of OIC in every field with its historical knowledge, strategic location and powerful institution structures. The work we perform in the field of youth is also an important part of this vision. The Islamic Cooperation Youth Forum, which is based in Istanbul, has been giving hope to the future of not only our region, but also the whole world for more than 20 years by bringing youth together with various events based on our shared faith and values. In this regard, our ministry also supports the forum by hosting youth forum OIC countries at the youth camps, which are organized annually with different teams. At these camps, our youth learn and create together in various fields such as media, volunteerism, and environmental awareness, and forge long-lasting relationships. In addition to that, we continue to support all-around development of our youth through international youth projects, exchange programs, sport organizations, and cultural events. Konya has been a center of science, knowledge, and spirituality for centuries. It's a special still carrying the legacy of Seljuk Empire to today. These lands inspire all of us by not only with their historical monuments, but also the values, spirit of brotherhood and peace, and the spiritual richness they possess. Konya showcased its experience in international organizations and hospitality by successfully hosting the 5th Islamic Solidarity Games in 2022 under the theme of Unity is Power, under the leadership of our President, His Excellency our President. The Islamic Solidarity Games led to development of new relationships and cooperation opportunities among our countries as an exemplary output of the sports diplomacy. And at the same time, Konya also gained the title of Sports Capital of Islamic World in the same year and further increased our solidarity with the events it hosted. In addition to this, Konya was selected as the World Capital of Sports in 2023 and European Capital of Cycling in 2026 by the Worldwide Capital and Cities of Sports Federation. I believe that Konya will once again prove what the Islamic world can achieve together by gaining the same success during the period as youth capital. I would like to thank Konya Metropolitan Municipality and Islamic Cooperation Youth Forum, which exerted an effort for the realization of this meaningful organization. As the ministry, we are also ready to support Konya Youth Capital activities with our youth centers, with our camps, facilities, and all of our means. This strong cooperation is promising for the youth of the Islamic world. Initiatives such as OIC Youth Capital, which we carry for the unity of Islamic world, form a strong peace and friendship basis among the future generations. The OIC Youth Capital program has a special meaning for our country. As you are all aware, Istanbul became the first capital of this important event in 2015 to 2016. We support our youth to improve themselves in various fields, especially culture, sports, science, entrepreneurship, and volunteerism, and forge long-lasting bonds between the youth of Islamic world thanks to these programs. Susha became the youth capital in 2024 and in Marrakesh in last year. On this occasion, I would like to commend the officials of ministries responsible for youth of Azerbaijan and Morocco who are with us today for raising the bar even higher by organizing successful events for the development of a Muslim youth. And I believe that Konya, which stands out with its young population, dynamic structure, and many major organizations it hosted, will hold the title of 2026 OIC Youth Capital with a justified pride. I wholeheartedly believe that the events to be organized in Konya during 2026 will contribute to further strengthening the existing bonds between our people and the youth, developing new joint projects and creating a stronger spirit of solidarity in the Islamic world. With these feelings and thoughts, as the speakers pointed out before, I'd like to reiterate what they said. While the children are sleeping, you become silent. While the children are massacred, you need to raise your voice. And Recep Tayyip Erdogan is the leader who raises his voice strongly against that. And in the United Nations General Assembly, the leader who said that the world is bigger than five is His Excellency, the President of Turkey, Recep Tayyip Erdogan. And this is Konya, the city of Rumi, and he says the following: no matter who you are, just come. I'd like to welcome you all to Konya once again, all of you. And under the leadership of our President, Mr. Recep Tayyip Erdogan, this is the century of Turkey, century of youth. Turkey has been hosting many sports organizations and activities, and there is a 2032 World Sports Games will be organized with Italy and Turkey. And again, 2020, as of 2027, Formula One will be organized by Istanbul and Turkey for 5 years. So we are under the leadership of our President, Mr. Recep Tayyip Erdogan, we are holding the organizations with great success for youth, for all the representatives of youth. Let's get together, let's be together, and together for Islam and for the change in Islam for our country. So we will work strongly, we will work and work and work in a very strong manner. And the last words I'd like to say is that for a fairer world, these youngsters will work. We do trust you. You are our future, and I'd like to end my words is that come together, be stronger, show solidarity, and fight for justice and fight for freedom. Pardon ya.
Konya, İslam Gençlik Başkenti, hayırlı olsun diyorum. Emeği geçen başta Taha Ayhan'a, ve Konya
organization
Büyükşehir Belediye
Premier
Başkanı
Taharhan
Uğur
and
İbrahim Altay'a
Uğur İbrahim
ve
Altan,
değerli
Metropolitan Mayor
valimize,
of Konya, and
bakanlık
our governors,
çalışanlarına
all the workers,
tekrar teşekkür
and
ediyorum.
of
Hep
our
birlikte
ministry
güçlü
once
Türkiye
again
için
for a stronger Turkey, for a stronger Islamic world. We will work together. We do trust you, and our youngsters will build the future. I salute you with respect once again. Welcome, and I hope that this will be auspicious. May Allah help and guide us in every step we will take for our unity. Thank you.
Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely amazing. We thank Minister Buck for his valuable remarks. We'd like to keep him on the stage for a while longer.
Sayın Bakanım çok teşekkür ediyoruz efendim. Sizleri bir süre daha sahnemizde misafir edeceğiz.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now moving into arguably the most important part of our day. We're about to witness a meaningful moment symbolizing brotherhood, shared vision, and the strong determination of youth to shape the future. To conduct the official handover ceremony of Konya as the OIC Youth Capital 2026, we would like to invite to the stage the President of the Islamic Cooperation Youth Forum, His Excellency Mr. Taha Ayhan, the Mayor of Konya Metropolitan Municipality, Honorable Uğur İbrahim Altay, and the Director of Cooperation, Communication and Legal Studies at the Ministry of Youth
Saygıdeğer
Culture and
konuklarımız.
Communication of the Kingdom of Morocco, Mr. Mohammed Uzian.
Efendim şimdi ise kardeşliği, ortak vizyonu ve gençliğin geleceğe taşıdığı güçlü bir iradeyi simgeleyen anlamlı bir ana hep birlikte tanıklık edeceğiz efendim. İslam İşbirliği Teşkilatı 2026 Gençlik Başkenti Konya'nın resmi devir teslim törenini gerçekleştireceğiz. Efendim lütfen buyurunuz.
Mr. Uzian is now joining us on the stage. As you all may know, the last youth capital was in Morocco, and now we are going to witness the handover from Morocco to Türkiye. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Mohammed Uzian is handing over the key to Honorable Mr. Uğur İbrahim Altay.
Saygıdeğer konuklarımız, Fas Krallığı Gençlik, Kültür ve İletişim Başkanlığı İşbirliği İletişim ve Hukuk Çalışmaları Direktörü Doktor Muhammed Uzian Beyefendi, anahtar devir teslim törenini Konya Büyükşehir Belediye Başkanımız, Dünya Belediyeler Birliği Başkanımız Sayın Uğur İbrahim Altay Beyefendi ile gerçekleştirdiler.
Yes, I understand that Mr. Uzian would like to address our crowd here, so if there we go.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته. يحط برنامج عواصم شباب العالم الإسلامي الرحالة بأرض السلاجقة قادما من أرض المرابطين والموحدين.
Indeed, it is such an honor to hand over the key to the Selçuk, home of Selçuk, Konya. And here there is a noble culture in Konya. Our king sings Mohammed Faisal, they extend their regards to all of you. And he always states that if we do not have our youth with us, it is not possible to have financial development or any development in any area. This is why all our efforts do consist youth. There was 809 young people with us from 94 countries across the world. And in order to have security, safety, and peace in the world, we have put all our efforts all together. wholeheartedly listen the speeches of esteemed Mayor Altay and esteemed Minister Bak. We know that Konya is such an important destination for sports world, and there will be even much significant events here, and may Allah's peace be upon on you.
All protocol members to join us here on the stage for a family photo to capture this important moment.
Saygıdeğer konuklarımız, programımızın sonuna yaklaşırken bu anlamlı günü birlikte tanıklık eden tüm protokolümüzü bu tarihi anı ölümsüzleştirmek üzere hatıra fotoğrafı için, aile fotoğrafı için sahnemize davet ediyoruz. Lütfen buyursunlar.
Just to read out some of the names joining us from our protocol. The Ministry of Youth and Sports of Bangladesh, His Excellency Mr. Aminul Haq, Honorable Ahmet Büyükgümüş, the AK Party Deputy Chairperson, Head of Organization Affairs and Member of Parliament for Yalova, His Excellency Zafer Tarık Daroğlu, the Deputy Minister of Family and Social Services, His Excellency Farhad Haciev, the Deputy Minister of the Ministry of Youth and Sports of Azerbaijan, Dr. Bubakari Maiga, the Head of Youth and Sports Department at the OIC, Mr. Ahmed Salman Al-Ghimlas, the Assistant Deputy Minister for Youth Affairs, Mr. Fouad Al-Sayed Isa, the Advisor to the Minister for Youth Affairs of the Syrian Arab Republic. Ladies and gentlemen, as our delegates capture their family photo, I would like to bring your attention to our logo. The official logo of Konya Youth Capital 2026, a design that brings together heritage and future, civilizational legacy, and the dynamism of youth in one unified version.
Konya Gençlik Başkenti 2026 logosu şu anda ekranımıza yansıyor. Logo geçmiş ile geleceği, medeniyet mirası ile gençliğin dinamizmini aynı potada buluşturan özel bir tasarım anlayışını yansıtıyor. Konya'nın 2026 yılı boyunca taşıyacağı bu önemli misyonun simgesi olacak resmi logomuzu huzurlarınıza takdim etmekten büyük memnuniyet duyuyoruz.
Evet, teşekkür ederim. Thank you to all of our delegates for being with us here today. That has brought us to an end to our very important program, now declaring Konya as the 2026 OIC Youth Capital. Thank you all for being with us here today, and thank you for joining us here as well.
Saygıdeğer konuklarımız, programımızın sonuna gelmiş bulunmaktayız. Teşrifleriyle bizleri onurlandıran Türkiye Cumhuriyeti Gençlik ve Spor Bakanımız Sayın Doktor Osman Aşkın Bak Beyefendi'ye, Bangladeş Gençlik ve Spor Bakanımız Sayın Aminul Haq Beyefendi'ye, AK Parti Genel Başkan Yardımcımız, Teşkilat Başkanımız ve Yalova Milletvekilimiz Sayın Ahmet Büyükgümüş Beyefendi'ye, Türkiye Cumhuriyeti Aile ve Sosyal Hizmetler Bakan Yardımcımız Sayın Zafer Tarık Daroğlu Beyefendi'ye, kıymetli protokolümüze ve siz değerli misafirlerimize teşekkürlerimizi sunuyor. Hayırlı günler, hayırlı akşamlar diliyoruz efendim.